up, guys? Tara from Destructoid again, and I'm here with my twin, Juliet Starling. Yeah? No, that's not even remotely believable, is it? Anyway, I have no idea how it's taken me this long to see Lollipop Chainsaw, but I got my first ever hands-on preview with it, and I wanted to give you guys some impressions from a newcomer standpoint, since Max has mostly reported on it, very enthusiastically, I might add, until now. I believe what we saw was probably pretty close to the final build, so a little bit more polished than any of the builds we've seen previously. They basically threw us right into stage 5. They haven't exactly said how many stages there are going to be yet, but I'm told it's near the end of the game, and it's kind of right at the point where things start to take a little bit more of a serious tone. I mean, you know, as serious as a game about zombie cheerleaders can be. I don't know how that works. But anyway, Juliet's decapitated boyfriend Nick has started to get kind of sad about being just a decapitated head.
I'm not going without you. I love you.
No, you don't. You just think it looks cool to have a boyfriend who's a decapitated head.
But ultimately, his loyalty lies with Juliet, and at certain points in the game, she can actually use him as a weapon with this thing called the Nick ticket, which allows her to get a special ability to use him with. One we saw was the Nick toss, where she basically puts his head on a chain and then straps it to her ankle and then spins it around and shoots a bunch of guys with it. So, yeah, she also has access to a shotgun in the game, and of course, the chainsaw, which is really where the potential for super high damage is. They have this thing called sparkle hunting, where if you use a chainsaw combo move to kill 3 or more zombies at a single time, you can activate a score multiplier, which boosts your score, and it also gets you a bunch of coins, which you can use to unlock things in the game. Other things you can do with a chainsaw include chopping things in half, not just humans, but objects like cars, which you'll sometimes have to do to clear a path for yourself. And then, of course, there are collectibles hidden around everywhere. You've got lollipops, which will boost your health, and lollipop wrappers, which I'm told don't really have much of a purpose aside from being fun to collect. But either way, killing zombies is not the only end goal in the game. You also want to protect your classmates from turning into zombies, and if you do that, it'll give you a nice boost to your score, and it'll let you unlock some cool shit in the Chop to Shop menu system. That is basically a collection of things that you can unlock with coins, stuff like outfits in the game. They've also got a pretty wide MP3 collection. There's over 60 songs in there, some of which are done by Akira Yamaoka, who actually did the soundtrack for the game. But they've also got some other just licensed songs in there, if that's more your flavor. So you can actually kind of mix and match and create your own soundtrack to the game, which is very cool. They've also got unlockable upgrades and skills, of course. Upgrades are going to be things like magic beans, which gives you a plus 10% boost to your health. They've also got stuff like power dumbbells, which gives you a small strength boost. The combos are really the cool part. One example is the Lollipop, where Juliet can launch a flying attack from a chainsaw dash. So there's really a whole bunch of combo moves going on. Later on in the stage, we get introduced to Juliet's 2 sisters, Cordelia and Rosalind, who help out with some of the zombie killing, as any devoted family member would. Then after that, we skipped ahead a little to one of the big boss fights where you face off against Louis Legend. He's an evil rock star who rides around in a flaming motorcycle, and he also has a guitar that shoots bullets. You know, as you would expect. However ridiculous Max made this game sound before, let me just confirm for you now that it is 10 times more ridiculous than whatever you're expecting.
I think those zombies were trying to bukkake me.
I actually only got to go hands-on with it for a few minutes, but the combat feels really good, and the practically endless amount of combos go a really long way toward adding variety into the gameplay. There's also a wide range of difficulties. You've got easy, medium, hard. They also have a hardcore mode where you die once and then you have to restart the game. So yeah, overall I love the look and feel of the game. I wasn't really sure quite what to expect before, not having seen much actual gameplay footage myself. But the colors and the random injections of humor and the ridiculous violence, like I sawed a dude in half, several in fact. Just the overall pseudoness of it comes together so perfectly. And of course, how could I forget the upskirts? Oh, the upskirts. They're practically burned into my retina. Anyway, I'm about 1,000% more excited for this game than I was before. I definitely see it being one of Suda's more mainstream video game successes, and I can't wait to see the final product. If you guys are as excited as I am, then feel free to leave your comments in the comments section below, and then get ready. The game's going to be out in just a few short weeks, June 12th for North America, June 15th in Europe, and then somewhere in between those 2 dates for the rest of the world. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.